what actually happens when the client server when the client server is trying to interact with each other. Let me tell you what happens. As I told you, the server is a software and we have installed it on our machine, and our machine will become a server. Once we installed a software, once we install a software in our machine will become a server. Getting my point? Everybody can access it. Everybody can access it. So the commonly shared machine is called as server. The commonly accessed machine is called as server. Getting my point? Very simple. Now the thing is how the server will work. You need to understand the nature of server, what it does actually. When it gets wake up like human being, the first habit that we usually follows is being a human being. What we did in the morning, we just need to take a cup of tea and we are very used to read the newspaper. We are very quite we are quite habitual of this habit that we are reading newspaper in the morning by having a cup of tea. We are enjoying the cup of tea with the newspaper. That's what we are doing, right? So that we are keeping ourselves aware about surrounding situation, what is happening surrounding us, right? In the same way, when the server gets open, when the server gets started, it read the newspaper. Its newspaper is what? Web.xml file. Web.xml file is a deployment descriptor. It is a deployment descriptor. Some J2EE applications are configured there, and the server must aware of the let me share the screen. Let me tell you now. Let's see. I hope my screen is visible now. Everyone, you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Uday, Vaishnavi, Daily Late. So let's see. Actually, what happens? This is our client. As I told you many times, I told you now. I hope you understood what I'm saying. This is my server, right? Actually, this is a machine where the server is installed. My client is trying to interact with the server. I have written one of the URL inside of the my browser. Let me tell you, and please try to visualize. This is my browser. It might be a Mozilla, Chrome, Safari, whatever it may be, Internet Explorer, whatever it may be. The only thing you need to take care once you are writing a URL, I hope you are aware of what is URL. Here I am writing facebook.com or google.com, whatever it may be, instagram.com, whatever it may be. I'm just writing, and I'm writing about us page. As I told you yesterday, this is the about us page. And what is this actually? This is the about us page that should be configured into your web.xml file that is already there. In the web.xml file, I've created some tags yesterday's class, right? The tag, let me tell you the brief of this. I was having servlet. There was a two tags in the XML file. In the web.xml file, you have two tags. First is servlet. First is servlet. Second is, and the closing tag would be always, Karthik. This is 742 dear. Servlet. We have another take. Understood. So these are the two takes. What I'm having actually, this is my serlet. Let me close it. How we close tag? By using this front slash, right? What is front slash and what is back slash? Backslash, which is below your keyboard in the back space. Are you getting my point? That is backslash. And what is front slash? That is just near left side of the shift button. Getting my point? So here we are using servlet. Now this is the actual. Here suppose I have written one any word like hi. Right? Hi. And I have written here home dot cts dot hello servlet. This is my first program I've created. And I have written here servlet. I should, no. Memula. Now listen. This is my servlet take. This is my servlet take. What I'm having in the servlet mapping, I'm having the same tag. Then I'm having URL pattern. This is my URL pattern. Now what you have actually, let me tell you once again. There are so many servlets are configured over there. What I've written here, I've written here about us. This is actually a keyword which is made by this one. Getting my point? So whenever server gets open, when the server started, he read the newspaper. That is a web.xml file. It is actually a web.xml file, completely deployment descriptor, which is having two tags. First one is servlet. First one tag is servlet. Servlet is started, servlet is closed. Servlet is started, servlet is started, servlet is closed. Under servlet we have two tags, servlet name and servlet class. Servlet name and servlet class. Servlet name and servlet class. Getting my point? So here we have two entries. I will tell you the same thing you can see properly You can see two things. This is my surlet name and this is also my surlet name. If they match, actually what happens whenever the client requests to the about us page, the about us endpoint is configured into URL pattern, and once this about us is, it will read, the server parser program will read this about us. It will see which surlet name is configured. Hi is there, so he will find out from the surlet list. He will see which surlet name is hi. If the surlet name is same like hi, it will match that surlet. And what it does actually, it will load the surlet class, whatever is specified there. It will load that file into the JVM. Which JVM? In the server contain its own JVM. It contains the web.xml file as well, and it contains the JVM itself. In the JVM will open the plugins of this container, and in the container this hello servlets will be loaded. I told you, here the story is not going to end. Here the story is going to start. This is the starting of your, now the actual story will begin. Getting my point? Now what I did, let me tell you once again, let me repeat the whole statement which I've given you. What actually happens once a developer is going to hit a URL, when the server is going to when the client is going to hit a URL, this endpoint will should be matched with our URL pattern. And once it's going to be matched, there is corresponding entry of servlet name that should be matched with the servlet name list. If we have the same servlet name over there, the below of the whatever with the servlet class is specified over there, that servlet class will be loaded into the memory, and there will be a life cycle of servlet will be maintained. And that is the question which is very important in the interview. In the only 80-90% are people are asked, saying the init, servlet and destroy method, which are the callback method of the servlet. So most of the people are giving the answer like that. But what I'm suggesting you, if you are giving the answer from here, it will be more impressive. It will be more impressive. You will understand that you have actually worked on the technology, right? So shall I proceed now? I am moving ahead with the practical part now. So let me open the Eclipse. Oh my God. So as I told you, this is the newspaper of server. What it does actually, it will, it contains a parser program. Through parser program, it will read the XML file. So XML file is just like a, servlet. It contains the two tags, basically servlet and servlet mapping. It contains the two tags, servlet and servlet mapping. So whenever the request come with the endpoint, whatever endpoint you have specified in the URL, that should be made with the URL pattern. And upper up, just about us, we have one servlet name that is associated with another. This is the servlet mapping, right? This is servlet. So these are the two different location. But if the high is made with this high, the corresponding servlet class will be loaded into the memory, like JVM. So let me change the space. Actually, your page is something different. Okay. Have you taken this picture, guys? Guys, have you taken this picture? Everybody, taken picture. Can you tell me the names who are absent today? 3, 4, 5. Some of the students are absent. May I know the name? You are not aware, right? Satish. Actually, I want to know
Don't know.
who's are facing problem. So, Satish, just tell me. Do you know the names?
Don't know, sir.
Don't know. Okay, no problem. All of you are from the same batch or some different batch? Uday?
Different batches,
Uday?
sir. Different batches.
Uday,
Hello, sir.
different batch. Yeah, yeah, got it, got it. Okay. So, Uday, why you getting late daily? Vaishnavi, you was also late. Okay.
Sir, I
So the
have
thing
a net
is,
issue.
let me go through. Okay, need to show. Daily.
No, sir.
Yesterday you also,
Today only.
again
No,
you
sir.
came
I came at
late.
7:30.
Okay, good. In your watch time is different in mine based in my watch time is different, is it? So okay, because the location are different. This is why. Okay, I understood. Sorry. Please try to come early, right? Sunlight demo. I'm creating one another package for a project. Try to learn it. Try to understand. I'm creating one project. I told you by 3 ways you can create the project in Eclipse IDE. I have like file. I can just go through with the new. I can create new project, right? It's quite simple. Or you can go Alt Shift and you can do. If somebody is getting problem, please ask me, right? New, then Java project, very simple. Alt F10, or you can right click on here and just go for Java project. What we are doing, we are not supposed to create Java project. Even in the last JDBC I was creating Java project minded, but now I am going to work with the advanced Java, and I am going to JDBC can also be worked with the advanced Java, right? I will going to tell you that kind of stuff also. But right now I'm going to create one Servlet program. How we can do that? We can just go for new. We can create dynamic project. Which one? Dynamic. Which one? Dynamic project. So let me create one dynamic project. If the dynamic project is not available here, if the dynamic project is not available, dynamic means web application. So if it is not available, you can just go through other. Getting my point? If it is not available, the second time it will be available, but first time you should go for other and go for web application. There are different flavors like EJV, you know, JUnit. Lot of things would be there like Maven, right? We're supposed to work Spring Boot, right? So I think in your case, Spring Boot no won't be there because I've used STS. So that's different stuff. We will just discuss about that later. But in the web, you can see this is the web application, right? So you can select this dynamic web project. You can just take this picture, otherwise you will face problem. Be smart. Be smart. In the web section, you can just select dynamic web project. So it will automatically appear. So next time it will be available in the screen also, right? So I did dynamic web project, and then I'm doing next. Done. Then I can create the Servlet demo. That's how I can create Servlet demo. And what I can do is, what I'm supposed to do, I can do next, then next, then do you like XML? Because XML is the newspaper, so I required it. Finish. So this is how you can create. It's very easy process, nothing, but you should try. Without try, you cannot do anything. Open perspective. Perspective means we are working in the core Java perspective earlier, but because we want to, change our perspective to JVM means advanced Java, so we have to change the perspective as well. Getting my point? If you want, I can show you the same process once again, but you need to learn it up. If you are not putting your efforts, it becomes useless. I'm doing the next I'm creating the new project. I'm just going back. You can see dynamic web project is available. If it is not available, most of you will face the problem. It is not available, then go for other, right? See the web section and just search the web section. If you're not able to search, you can just write it over there, web. That's how you can search, right? We have different ways of doing the same thing, but some creativity should come from your side also. Once you are putting your efforts, you can learn a lot of things, but if you are trying to learn this much of only whatever sir is teaching, we will learn that, this is not going to work. Try to learn something more, right? I can understand you might be having some different stuffs also, but try to manage your time, right? So dynamic web project, then next, then I am keeping here the name like anything, demo one. I can have this name also, right? Demo one. And then I can go for, just because here I can select the Tomcat also, because my Tomcat, because this application is going to work on Tomcat. So let me take it, because I can take it. We have two ways to configure Tomcat. Either I can create project, then after I can select my Tomcat. So what I was doing actually, so here see. So let's see. So what we were doing actually, the servlet, we have seen the configuration part. Let me show you. Here we have target time, target runtime. Target runtime means the server you need to configure, because this application is going to be deployed. What Eclipse does, it is automatically deploy. A long time back, we people were not working on the Eclipse, so we are manually deploying. That was a very long and difficult process. But nowadays, Eclipse, in the earlier stage of web application, we people were doing this work manually. But nowadays, everybody is doing with Eclipse, or your NetBeans. So in that case, the target runtime you need to specify, mean to say which server you are required to deploy your application. Mean to say what you do actually, whatever programs you are creating, that should be deployed over the server, because it is a server side programming, as I told in the previous session. This is not like a core Java program, right? It is not like a C++ that cannot be deployed over the server. It is a server side program. It is not HTML that cannot be deployed on the server. It is a server side programming, right? So it required server to be deployed. So let me specify that server, which one I am going to use. So in the new runtime, you can just select new runtime, just click on this. Once you do that, there are many options. Actually, the inbuilt Tomcat is, they are asking you. So actually, Actually, you can specify because I have already downloaded Tomcat 9. That is quite easy. We have to learn it. Don't ever scared about anything. You should be hungry for learning the new things, right? I'm using here Apache Tomcat 9.0, right? I'm using this one. Next, then you can just select the browser. Many of you will face the problem. Definitely the problem will comes and everybody has to go through with the same process. Let me tell you, everybody has to face the difficulties, then only they can learn Java. It's not quite easy, right? Are you getting my point? So you have to face. I can simplify the process. I can simplify the process. I can make difficulties easy, but you need to come out. You need to come out. You need to change your approach, right? Many students are asking me in the day also, and I'm trying to help them. But if you are not taking initiative from your side, then everything will become difficult, right? Because we are learning the precious things, so you have to do some efforts also, right? So what I'm doing, let me tell you once again, I have to give the directory. I have to give the directory where this Tomcat is, available. So I have downloaded this Apache Tomcat from the, just write down the Apache Tomcat 9.0 over the Google. It will provide you that, specified address. You can just download from there and install it, right? There must be a path from where you can just specify the path. Let me tell you which path. So at the one day, second day, if you are facing problem, no problem. Try it one, two times, you will get the results, right? So you should go in the D directory, because in the D directory I've already downloaded my Tomcat. So in the Spring, I think Spring folder, and in the Spring I have downloaded this folder. In this folder I have extracted over here. You can have some different location also, no issue. All right. So it's very easy how to download. I will tell you, but let me tell you how to download. You can just use Apache Tomcat. Okay, Tomcat. Let me write it, Tomcat. This is the Tomcat download I've written here. Once you do that, you can see software download. You can just go. This is the Apache download org. You can just go through. You can just download this one, 64, right? Once you download, because in my machine it is already there. If you are facing any problem, I can just transfer you. I can just give you this Tomcat. You can just paste it over there. It will work. Getting my point? So it's quite easy. If you are facing any problem to download it, because I have already downloaded, so I'm not going to download it. So it's quite easy. I'm just writing over the Google and the Tomcat is available. Tomcat is a server actually that is to be installed, or you can just copy paste over there. Getting my point? Understood, all of you? Tomcat Apache.org. Apache is the company name, Tomcat is the product. This is the server actually. Now your machine will become a server. Now what you need to do, you need to specify Eclipse. This is your server. Getting my point? So I've given this address. I've just gone through with this one, because in the Java case we are specifying till bean, right? Because the Java C available inside of this folder. But here you need to specify this path only. That's it. And select folder. That's it. Oh, is it? What I've taken here? Which one I was taking? I forget. I supposed to take 9, and I think I have given the different name. Okay, no issue. Now let me take it now. Oh, is it? Okay, we'll take it, no issue. Oh, I've taken here 10. Why it's taking that one which I'm taking? I'm not taking it. I should take 9. I can just go back there. I think I'm doing some mistakes over there. Let me take it. Spring. What is that? Spring. This one is spring. Is this okay? No. I think there must be some problem with my printed. Version issue, that is okay, I can understand. But I hope I am having here only. Where is my 9 point? I don't have there. From where I took this one. Okay, let it be. We will take it later, no worry. I'm finishing this one. I'm just using this demo one or whatever I want. I can just keep it over there. Then what I can do is I can create one, I have web.xml file as I told you. This is my deployment descriptor file, right? And this is the, design view. I need to show the, source view. So once you click on this, you can just see, right? I supposed to create one servlet file. So I'm just, using src. I'm creating, this is the src actually. You can just see the directory structure. There are many files are available, like many directory structures there. First try to understand this directory structure. There is a build file, there is a web content folder. In the web content, you just create the JSPs and HTML. This is the HTML JSP area, right? From where we are accessing our servlet. In the source, we are usually writing the Java code only, right? Let me create one, folder like package. Like I can create pom.cts dot demo one or whatever you want. You can just create over there, demo one, right? A demo, something like this, and then finish. That's it. You created one of the demo package, and inside of that, you can just creating one servlet file. That is quite easy. You can just create hello and servlet. That is what you did. Then next, then just do next. I think there must be some problem, so we'll see it. Finish. I did the things. I've just created one of the servlet. That is my servlet. I don't require this much of annotation for our time being. Let me create one another servlet actually. I've deleted this one. Then again, I'm trying to create this servlet. Let me, what is the problem was there? Servlet is there. And hello. Next. The next. Do get, do post, no problem. That will be there. If I'm using face, why this annotation is coming? Okay, no problem. Actually, what I want is, okay, go ahead. to create it, let it be. I'm creating by class only. I'm just creating a class. Right. I'm creating this finish. How can I create? Let me tell you. Extends HTTP. I got it actually. What is the problem? Yes, that is the problem. Okay. Actually, in this Eclipse, we do not use the Solid APIs first of all. So let me add the jar. As you are adding the MySQL connector jar, in the same way you need to add the jar files. So build a path we are using, and we are just going through with the class path, add external jar, and then we can go for Solid API. In the download, I think I would be having Solid jar. Solid jar, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? I think there is Solid jar. No, Solid is not there. I have to download the Solid jar. Where it may be. I suppose it may be there in Spring folder. This Spring, no, jar is not there. Even I think I have already. This is the Solid API jar which we require. Let me copy this one in my lib folder. I supposed to have this lib in the lib folder. I supposed to paste it. Once I'm doing this, I supposed to, this Solid is available, right? Getting my point? So this Solid is available because Solid APIs are taken from the somewhere. You can just download it. So Solid APIs, there is one two package. We will discuss about that. So I've just imported one package HTTP Solid, right? So here I've written one program. You should not be bothered about how I have written, what I did. Only try to understand the flow of the program, right? Only try to understand the flow of program. That's it. It is quite. So what I'm doing, I'm using here. Don't worry about this code. Don't get scared about this. Very easy. I'm writing here. Even in this program, if I'm creating the new Servlet demo, whereas let me create one another example like hello or whatever it may be. I'm just doing next, next, and finish. It's quite easy, very easy. Don't worry. Now it's not giving me any problem, right? It's not giving any problem. Why so? Because the Servlet APIs were I have not I forget to add in the lib folder, and because of that it is giving me error. So whatever you're learning new things initially, it seems a little bit difficult, right? So don't worry about that. I did nothing. Even it is more easy as compared to your Java, right? I will tell you how. But before that, try to understand this web.xml file. I have not configured anything. The hello is there. That's it. Because I've written this, let me execute whether this is working or not. This is not going to work, I'm telling you. But what I can do is I can just execute this, I can just create one JSP file, and I'm just, I have entered here some JSP files, right? You can see the welcome file is there. Welcome file is there. We have written the default HTML, default, index.jsp. So whatever be the welcome files is there, I just need to execute that one. So I'm just creating a JSP file into the web container. I've written index.jsp. I'm just giving the extension, like I'm just creating the HTML file. Okay. So I'm using HTML file. The HTML file name is welcome, right? This is what I did, because I've already taken HTML file. It is itself HTML file, so I don't need to specify the .html over here, right? Next, then finish. Simple. Now how I can create the HTML, let me tell you. I'm just doing busy color. Busy color, it may be light green or light, light, it may be pink also, right? No issue. I can have pink. And I'm writing here H1, welcome to advanced Java and web application. That's what I've written. Let me tell you this, how this program will execute. First of all, I'm just clicking on the demo one, and that's how I can execute my program. Very simple. Just save it and run it. What I'm doing, actually, I'm running on the, Tomcat. So I have to select here, like, I can go through next, no issue. Then I need to deploy my application demo one only. So I'm just doing finish. When I'm doing this thing, you can see one of the server. Oh my God, what I did. Okay, let it be. You can see this is my welcome to advanced Java and web application. That is what we have written so far, right? So this is the simple how it comes. First try to understand, then we'll go to the into depth also. Actually there is a web.xml file. When the server gets start, like your server is Z2EE, right? This is the server, right? But if I'm trying to create, like I'm creating my own server, I can create that. But before that, try to understand, this is a server and my application is deployed here in this server Z2EE, right? So I have deployed my application, and what it does, when it gets started, it will read the web.xml file. You have given some welcome file list. If your file contains the extension index.html or name index.htm also, index.jsp also, default.html also, default.htm also, default.jsp also, among these files, if you are giving any name to your file, that file is going to be executed. That file is going to be executed, or whatever be the application, whatever be the name that you have specified, that is, if you're deploying, if you're trying to deploy, it will be executed. Getting my point? So here I'm giving the name like index.jsp. It is also going to, even it is not going to ask you. So let me create one another file like index.htm. So that is my file, and this file name is already specified, right? This is already, I'm writing the same thing, like I can write I've written this message, that is very simple message, and I can have some different color like BG color, and I'm giving I've given this color, right? Now what
Sir,
I'm doing,
VG color, VG color.
I'm just, how is it? Now I'm executing this application. Let me save it also. I'm just trying to show you the first, flow. Then we can understand, the proper thing. Run on server instead of Java application. This is not a core Java application. Mind it. You can run on server. You can use your Tomcat also. I'm deploying on the J2EE server only. I'm just using what? Because the application is not there. There is nothing like index.html, right? You can just go for one. You can see because you was created your own files that was available over there. Now let me use this server. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to deploying this application. If I'm because this index file is not available, that is available on Tomcat server, right? So let me create one another application. Like I'm just trying to create, I think with the server we are facing some problems. So let's see whether it is working or not. Demo 2, right? So I'm using here runtime, and again I'm going for the Apache, right? Apache, and that is my 9.0 version, and I'm using here next. Then I supposed to have my D directory. Again it may give some problems, so let's see, because that path is not working properly. And just give this address only, that's it. Right, this time it is working properly because I've given the entire path. That was not correct actually. So finish. Now then see the next, then this is the XML file, then finish. Very simple. So this is how we can, that is the inbuilt server we were using. Now we are using our Tomcat server, that is web server, right? I'm using here the XML file also. Quite simple. It takes a little bit time to get configured. This is my demo 2. I'm creating one another file so that you can have proper understanding, because I've checked on the web.xml file. So definitely you must check it whether the web.xml file is available or not. Do one thing, just paste the file that the jar that you have taken from the there, that is solid_api.jar. That is very important, right? So what I'm doing, I'm creating, one of the file. Let me show you once again. I'm not supposed to create a servlet. Before that, I'm trying to show the flow. There is some, files are specified. You have to create one of the file on web content only. Just click on this. Just create an index.html file. How you can create? Just write it here, index, and just, go through next and just write busy color. I hope you know what is HTML, right? So I'm again using pink color, no problem with that. Let me write some H1. If something written wrong, I will make it correct, don't worry. Welcome, dear students. Here I'm using BG color, the spelling was not correct. So let me save it once again and let me run this application. It is very, very easy, very, very easy. Run on server. This time I'm using my own server here. I'm using Tomcat, so I'm supposed to use Tomcat here. I think I'm using the same application, right? No issue. 9.0, and I'm using next because I've deployed this application, so I don't want this, right? So finish it. Very simple. You can see the index file will come automatically. Oh ho ho. Okay, already in use. Okay, so do one thing. I should, close it first of all, then again restart it. Once I'm doing that, then it will work. Because my port is already engaged somewhere. Because I was using, internal server. So because of that, that was engaged. So let me run it once again. Sometimes your port is consumed by the viruses also. So in that case also your application is not working. So don't worry, restart your system and you can work on this. So what I did only as of now, we did nothing. We have just configured server and we are trying to run HTML file. That is what we are doing. Or anything like JSP file, whatever be the welcome file list or this list are there. I'm just trying to execute those so that you can understand the basic flow. Then we will go to the depth of the servlet also. You should try to understand the basic flow of the servlet, web application first of all. I'm not supposed to teach you the JSP right now, but what I'm doing is I hope the servlet is going to be stopped because there are two servers we are using. I supposed to delete this one. So let me go through the demo project once again. I hope this will not face any problem. So let me wait for a while because yeah, now I can work on it. I can just right click on this. I'm just using what demo, takes a little bit time. So I did, let me run this, run on server. I don't suppose, I don't think there should be any problem this time, but if it comes, then we'll see. This time I'm executing, the server should not be consumed anywhere. This is the processes which are happening in background. Nothing to worried about it, just execute this program. Once you are getting 1-2 times, you would be quite habituous. Actually, it happens that we people are getting worried about. But this is the game of only, errors and understanding from the errors. That's it. So you can see that this is the, don't worry about it because it shows, all the messages in red color only. So don't think these are the errors. This is the configuration messages which are coming. Directly you can see I'm able to run. This time I'm not, I'm executing on the Tomcat only, right? So again, let me tell you, I can create number of programs in this machine. I'm just creating new one, right? I can just create one another project that is of type dynamic only, right? So I can create demo 3, right? Demo 3. Because I've already last time I've created this one. So, if you are creating new space, new workspace, right? Entirely fresh workspace, that time you need to configure your Tomcat first time, right? You may face a little bit difficulty at first time, but next time you won't be. So let me tell you how to first time configure Tomcat. This is the already inbuilt server. You can just go through Apache. You can just select 9.0, then next. Then what you can do, you can select till here only. Let me tell you till how much. You should not select bin. That's it. Select folder. That's it. Getting my point? Once you did it, you can just do the finish and you can just do next. You can just do next. You can select this web.xml file because we required your newspaper, right? Finish. Once you do that, you can see your web application is created now. Getting my point? One more thing you need to take care, you just need to copy select apis.jar. You can download like, I can give you, if you want, I can give you that jar file, but I think you should download from the Google as well, no problem. The Servlet APIs demo 3, this is your web content, webinf, you can just paste it over here. What I'm pasting, I've taken the Servlet APIs.jar. I will give you that jar also, no worry. I'm just pasting that jar because in my mouse buffer it is not there. My mouse buffer is forget that one. So let me go to the, I think in the D folder I've taken it. So because I've already, I have already configured in the I just need to go through Spring folder. I will give you this file, this jar, or you can just download it. In the lib, you have this jar file, that is Servlet API jar. This one is required. So I can just give you this one like MySQL connector. This is a Servlet API jar, right? Getting my point? This one is required. So I'm just going to copy this one in my lib folder like this. And whatever file you want to create and test, you can just do that. You can just create your JSP file this time. Last time I've created index. This time I'm going to create what? I'm going to create index. I'm not coming to the topic as of now, but I'm just trying to show you how the flow is working. This time I'm not going to give you this is not the index HTML file. This is the JSP file I'm running. And why this file is, automatically running, the automatically why it is running, because in the web.xml file it is already configured. So when the server gets open, when the server started, it will read these files which are already. If you are giving one of the name from this list, it will automatically display some output from there. Suppose I've given this, I'm giving some different colors like BG color, and this time giving the background color should always be, light color. You cannot take it dark, otherwise your font will not be visible. Getting my point? Your font won't be visible. Understood there? So that's how I can, just write this message. I can just execute my application once again, whether it is working or not. So I'm again executing this file, save it, and just go ahead with the Tomcat server, not J2EE. Just go, because it is already stopped. Because the problem came before, because both the server was started, and both the servers were, working on the same port. As I told you in the previous session, we require the IP address because working on the same machine. So this is the local host, but we require the Tomcat port also. Port means in family member you have which number, first number, second number. Your address is available, but your family member to whom I should meet with, I should be aware of, right? If I'm getting a little bit confusion, don't worry. I'm deploying demo 3 this time, so I should remove demo 2. I'm deploying demo 3, right? So finish. Okay. Don't try to run, only try to configure this application today, but don't be in hurry. We will give you everything, don't worry. So this is how the Tomcat gets started, and it is trying to read the web.xml file. He is trying to read the web.xml file. If this file is by default available, it will trying to execute that file. Getting my point? This index.jsp is available in this list also. That is why it's able to execute this file. If suppose I've deleted this file, and if I'm trying to change this file, suppose if I'm giving some different name, like I'm giving hi.jsp. So is it working or not? Let me tell you, because in this list, is it there any hi.jsp? No. So this file is not going to execute now. Let me run this application once again. I'm running by run server. That is very easy, but this time this is not going to work. The selection. Okay, is it? Let me run this application once again, run on server. That is how. You can just select your Tomcat, then go for this one, finish. This time you're, oh, is it so? Why so? I think I should stop it. I just stop it, and the hi file is not available there, right? This hi is not available. Let me restart the server, because it was already deployed, so it was working. But this time, if I'm going to restart it, or after stop it, if I'm trying to, run this application, it is not going to execute now, because my file name is changed. This is the hi.jsp, and this is a different one, right? Hi.jsp is not available. Oh my god. I think the server is not getting started. Wait for a while. Okay. How it takes hi.jsp? I think it is not. Wait for a while. That is just like a bug error. What I think is should not publish because this file is not configured here, right? It should have some name like hi.jsp is not configured there, right? And this is the server which is already stopped. And this server is stopped and synchronized. Or is it so? And I want to restart it, right? I've already cleaned it. Okay. So shall I stop it? Both are stopped, right? Because I'm trying to restart it. It should not display me. Okay, I understood. Because it is working on internally, so I should work on some external server, right? Okay, no problem. I'm going to run it on the external server. Is it working? So let me know. No working, right? Internally, you should always run on external file, right? If I'm again giving this file as a name, which one? If I'm giving index.jsp, right, it is going to work again, right? Because this file is defined in this file. So let me run once again. Does it make any sense? Yeah, it's working because I have given which name? This name which is already available in the web.xml. If you are giving default HTML, that is also working, right? These all names will work, but if you are giving other name, it is not going to work. Getting my point? That is what I'm saying. It's very simple thing I'm trying to make you understand. Default.jsp, but default.jsp is not available. Yeah, it is available, so it is again going to work. You don't need to restart your server, it will work automatically. Yeah, it is working, right? But if I'm giving some other name like default1.jsp, it is not going to work. Getting my point? This is a very simple application I'm telling you right now because I don't want to make you confused. So at the first day, I'm just using default1.jsp, right? That is my name. I've already given you this name. Now let me run it once again. Reload. It is again going to give problem. Why so? Because this depart1.jsp is not there in the list. Are you getting my point, all of you? Guys, are you understood now?
Sir, but it is working internally now.
Internally, that is not the, don't try to run in internally. Don't try to run here. This is not, this is not actually sustainable things. You should not believe on this. You should work always on external server here.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. That is a problem. Great. Who's asking this question? May I know the name?
Suji.
Vaishnavi, which one? Who's there?
Suji, sir. Suji Reddy.
Suji madam, good. Okay, great. So now let me go ahead with the new things like let me create one servlet now. Shall I? Yeah, I should. So let me create one of the package here in this src folder. So you understood the basic flow. I am giving you one more example. If I'm specifying my own JSP file or anything I want to specify like welcome file, I can do that. Welcome. I'm giving you Suzy.jsp. This is the name I've given here in this Suzy.jsp. And if I'm working right now, the Suzy is not available. So definitely this program is not working, right? But if I'm writing here Suzy.jsp, that program is going to work. Because Suzy is not available in the list, right? Wait for 2 seconds. So I'm just changing this name. I'm just changing this name by Suzy. I'm giving here Suzy. Now you can see this is going to work because this is available in the welcome file list, right? So this is the basic flow I'm trying to make you aware. You can see restart server. Yeah, you can restart. Even I don't require to, because if I'm changing some JSP or HTML, there is no restart your server. That is the most difference between the Now let me reload again, because the process is working. You can see this is working. Oh my god, what is happening? Let me see. I did something wrong. Yeah, it is working on both sides. I think this side also should work. Yeah, it's working. It takes a little bit time to get refresh. So that is a problem. It might be in the internal also. There is a problem of refreshing. So that's a little bit bug in the existing software. They should resolve it, but let's see when they will do so. So here we have, this is the JSP file, because I've configured into this is the basic flow, you understood, right? So I don't require, this is rubbish things, I don't want it. In the some application, if you want to make certain welcome page, you can do so. But what I'm trying to create is, I'm trying to create Servlet class. The first Servlet class I'm trying to create, right? I'm just using Servlet. I'm just creating one package in SRC, right? In the previous session, I was creating com.cts.demo. You can have it, right? That is what I did. I created one of the servlet like this. That is my servlet. I created this one. The class name is hello. I can just create it, next, next, and finish. That is the servlet we have created, right? This is my first servlet I've created. And what I want is, I want it to be executed. I don't want this rubbish code. I don't want anything. I want to delete all this. I want to use my web.xml file. That's it. I want to delete all this folder, all this code. I don't want anything. Let me delete all this code. I don't even want it. I don't even want it. I just want to get method only. I don't want this. So let me remove it first of all. Because you are not aware of the get and post method. I told you in the previous session, but still you are not aware. Okay, no problem. We are writing a 2 line code only for today. From tomorrow onwards, we will going to understand this code. And if you are able to understand today, then we will discuss today itself. I'm writing here print writer. In the do get method, what is do get method? I'm going to tell you in few seconds. Print writer, I told you, right? Print writer. This is one of the method of IO package in the Java IO. These 6 topics which I told you in the previous session, these 6 topics are the soul of the Java. That is also required in the framework also. So you should also, you should always aware of. I'm creating one out object. You can create anything else, no problem. Here I'm using the response object because that is available, HTTP Servlet response. What is these classes? These classes are available in the Servlet API jar, which I, pasted over here. And because of that, you are available to access this response. Let me use this response because I want to send back to the client. I want to provide my response, so I can use this response object. And response to object, one method is there that we call it getWriter. I'm using here out.println. It is just like a system out.println, but that system out.println will only work with the console. But here I can work with what? I can work with the browser. I can, because this is a client server architecture, so we can keep our record over the. I can use here h1 welcome from Servlet to all of you. That's why I've written one message, and I just what I need one more thing, that is I told you in the previous session also, like response dot. These both the things I have discussed, but I don't think you remember. Response dot, I mean, set content type. So I've written here the text and HTML. That is what actually I'm doing. I'm setting my the MIME, multi-purpose internet mail extension. I mean, what kind of data I want to send back to the, like Susmita sent SRI image. I'm sending the image, or I'm sending the text HTML format data to whom? Client. To whom? Browser. What I'm trying to send, this is the text message or HTML, because I'm using HTML tag over here. It means I want to, produce the output. I want to provide the output from the servlet. Servlet can only be run in the server. So while it is executing the server, it will provide the response in a text or HTML format to whom? Client. So this data will be available in the client. Getting the point? Client means browser. So let me execute this file. But before that, try to understand there must be some configuration which is not there right now. Let me write it over there. I'm using some entry manually today, but from tomorrow onwards, I'm not supposed to use this, manual. I'm not going to use this one. Servlet name is there. I'm writing here hi, no problem. You can write anything. I'm using servlet, right? Class. I'm using here what is the name of my package. The package, I can have the fully qualified name from here. I can just use the fully qualified name. You can just right click on this. You can copy this path and you can just paste it over here. Where you need to copy? Here only. Oh my god, I have not taken the path yet. This is the path actually I was looking for. Sorry, I've taken the wrong name. I should take the web.xml file. I just need to paste it over here. Understood? This is the class file which is to be loaded. I told you in the, from the previous session also. Servlet mapping. Servlet. This is the name of my servlet mapping. Again, I'm using servlet name. Servlet name. And that is again hi. Here I'm using servlet, URL pattern. URL pattern. I'm keeping it close. I'm using here, what I'm using hi. Or you can write it over here, hello, or about us. As I told you, about us. I'm just writing about us, right? For your understanding, because I've taken this example only. So what I'm doing, I'm just executing my file. Let me execute this file now. There must be some messages which I've written over there, so we'll see that one. I'm running my application save. Then what I'm doing, it seems very difficult in the initially stage, first second time. Then after it will become very easy, very easy. This is the approach of learning Java actually. Initially it difficult. It should be easy in the initial part, but it difficult initially, but later on it becomes quite easy. I'm deploying my application because my server, I need to select this one, finish, restart server. Then you can see my server gets started now. This is my, internally I'm trying to execute. I need to execute it externally, no problem. I can execute over there. I've executed this one, no problem, right? I've written some another thing, the endpoint I've written. Oh my God. I think I have not copied from here. I should copy this about us from here. Right, let me write it at the end. Once I'm using this, you can see this is the message which is coming from the servlet. This is the message which is coming from the servlet. How? Let me prove you. I'll give you proof. Welcome from servlet to all of you. That is the message I've written here in the hello. Right. So how the things are working, let me tell you. This is the message which is coming, right? The server is responding, you can see. It is the client server. Here I am giving one URL and the endpoint is about us. Endpoint is about us. Endpoint is about us. The same point is written in web.xml files. So when the server gets open, when the server gets started, it will see whether is there any configure by HTTP request. The request is coming from the client. The server needs to see this URL pattern from their internal parser programs. It will read this XML file. Is there any URL pattern with about us? Yeah, it is there. If it is there, then we can see which is the servlet name. Yeah, hi. So is there any servlet name? Is there in the servlet tag? Yeah, hi is there. So please, please reload, load this hello into the JVM, and once the this hello will be loaded, the hello code will be this code will be executed, the do get method, because I told you some method like go get put option head delete trace, because I have not specified any method over here. This is the only request. So by default request is get. So once you are using the get method, the do get method will be executed. If you are using post method, then I should use do post. If you are using option, then do option. So like that. So I hope you are getting a little bit today. Not much, but I hope you are getting 40-50% at least from the 100%. Am I right or wrong, guys? Are you getting 30, 45, 50%? How much you are getting? Can you please write down over there? Oh money! Oh my God! 5 to 7, wickets. So are you getting 20% at least? Sirisa, Santosh,
Yes, sir.
all of you are getting a little bit. You are getting. We are able to run HTML, JSP, and Servlet today itself, but might be you people will take time, I think one day at least, to run this application, because you need to configure server. That is a quite tricky process. You need to understand how to configure. So first let me tell you what are the things you need to do. What are the things you need to do, let me tell you. But before this picture you have taken already, right? This picture you've already taken, right? Let me send it this picture over the group also, so that you can have the proper understanding. I'm sending this picture, you can see. And what I'm trying to tell you, this is my Servlet program. I'm going to tell you how the Servlet program is going to run. I don't require this annotation. So because I'm not working on annotation for a while, I'm working with the XML part right now. Later on, we'll go through with the annotation part also. So this is the two-line code I've written in the do get method. It is just like a public static void main, which is the entry point of your console application. But this is the servlet, right? So this is the statement I've written here in the web.xml file. You should understand when the client makes request like this. Suppose whatever the client is making request, you are making request by this URL. So this is the first state. Here is the first request that you're making. That is your first step. From the client, the request is coming. From the client, the request is coming. The request is about us. That is the request. In the Eclipse, you have written web.xml file. How the web.xml file you already aware of, right? What is a web.xml file? Let me copy this code. Even we don't require this welcome file. I hope you already understood. Let me tell you. Let me focus on this. Only required code, that is Servlet, because I want to work for a while with Servlet only. This is my code. Let me tell you. This is my code. This is the client request. Step 2. Step 2. Server reads web.xml file. What it found? It found that there is one entry of your about us. There is one entry of about us. What it found that there is one entry of about us. Getting my point? Getting? So there is one entry of about us. There is one hi servlet. There is one hi servlet. And the same servlet is available in the servlet tag also. Right? So this file is actually going to execute it. Right? Now what is that file? Let me tell you. Hello. What is written there? We people are going to discuss tomorrow, because we need to only understand the flow today. That is the purpose. So I'm writing here one of another code, that is step third. Step third. Oh my god, this is horrible. That is my code. So here actually this is the code. Done. So this is the do get method, because I was not using anything. That is the HTTP servlet we are going to discuss, and that is how this method will be executed once this hello is there. So hello is my only need to understand the flow. Don't try to understand servlet right now. That is how this servlet will be executed. Sorry, this servlet will be executed. I'm giving you the broad picture. Internally, more things are happening. We'll discuss about that also in depth. But I hope you understood this much of thing. So take this picture. Take this picture. I'm sending this picture to the your group also. Right. So I'm going to ask you tomorrow what we did today. Right, guys? So thank you, all of you. We'll meet tomorrow. Is it fine? Yes. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Let me stop this recording.